You may have seen groups like these hiking the pathways of Britain. They are called rambler groups, and it is a common hobby for many retired people. One hiker I spoke to is called Malcolm Morse, who has been walking with the Farnham Ramblers for 30 years. I asked him what was it that made him start hiking in the first place.
I had to go into the psychiatric unit at Frimley for 3 months to sort of dry out, really.
Yeah.
And before the doctor sent me in, he said it's no good sending you in, and then you'll kind of come out and start drinking again. So you've got to promise me, if we go to the effort of drying you out, you won't start again. And I didn't.
You kept your word?
Yeah, I haven't had a drink for 30 odd years. And of course suddenly you've got a lot of spare time. But if you're drinking like me, you're down the pub every night. Well, you haven't got that, you're looking for something else to do. Joined a little rambling group, and it was a bit of a lifeline, really. When I was 20, they said if you keep drinking like this, you won't make 30. And when I was 30, they said you won't make 40. And when I was 40, they said you won't make 50. So what do they know? So when I got to 50 odd, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to make 60. You know, these things, you've got to change it yourself. They can help, but it's got to be you that does it. And also at that age, a lot of my mates were dying of alcoholic poisoning or alcohol related, because we're all the sort of same age, you know. Late 40s, early 50s, and they started dying off.
At that age?
Yeah. Well, they were probably drinking even more than I was, but at any rate, I thought, well, I'm not going to be invulnerable forever, so it's time to stop.
Yeah.
And of course, having stopped, you think, well, why was I drinking like that for 30 years? Because once you stop, you don't miss it. Well, I didn't anyway.
Since he has started walking, Malcolm has led over 1,000 walks for the Farnham Ramblers and other groups.
Somebody said, I reckon you've led 1,000 walks. I mean, not gone on, actually led 1,000 walks. And I said, no, rubbish, it's nothing like that. And we did some number crunching, and we proved that I had led over 1,000 walks.
He even got a kissing gate named after him. However, a few years ago, he was forced to retire altogether due to medical problems.
I've got leukemia, lymphoma. The list of things I've got or had would fill a like this. I've been in Frimley Hospital over 12 times in the last 4 years, and it's always an emergency admission. It's not, oh, we'll see you next week or next month. It's all serious stuff. But I'm what I call, do you know that kiddie's toy, Billy Won't Lie Down?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a figure of a little man, and he's got a heavy weight in the bottom, and no matter how you hit him, you knock him over and he stands up. It's called Billy. Of course, you're young, aren't you? It's all computers these days. Well, I'm a bit like Billy Won't Lie Down. No matter how much they knock me down, I always get up and ready to go.
So how long did it take you to get back into walking?
Well, it depends how serious it's been. I mean, I was desperately ill at the beginning of the year again for about 2 months. And I thought, well, that's it. I won't be leading walks or even going on walks, but here I am again. So I work on the basis, because of my age, I know I haven't got much time left anyway, so when I'm fit enough to do it, I'll do as much as I possibly can, because all these things are incurable and they're going to come back at some time in the future. So I like to do as much as I can while I'm still capable of doing it.
Yeah. At 84 years of age, Malcolm will continue to keep walking for as long as he can, and his story will serve as an inspiration to his fellow ramblers for years to come.
And as you see, despite all my medical problems, I'm still going.